Hello and welcome back to everyone on Football Zone and to a weekend review, reviewing the last weekend of the Premier League season. Let's get straight into it. Starting with Arsenal 2, Everton 1. Arsenal went behind in the 40th minute through Gueye, but Tommy Asu in the 43rd and a late goal from Kai Havertz scored the win. Arsenal on the balance of play dominated the win. Obviously they had to win, but in the end it wasn't quite enough for the Gunners, with results happening elsewhere at Man City. Unsurprising, but Arsenal, I think, unlike last season, they'll see a positive season. There wasn't much more they could have done. They were just beaten by the brilliance of Man City. Moving on then to a much happier day for Newcastle in victory. They defeated Brentford 4-2 away from home. It was Barnes and Murphy and Isak who gave them a 3-0 lead. Janart made it 3-1. Wissa made it 3-2 before Guimaraes made it 4-2 to seal the win. In the end, it was a pretty comfortable win for Newcastle, you have to say, by that late little scare of those two goals going in. But yeah, should secure European football for them unless Manchester United somehow beat Man City next weekend. But I can't see that happening. But yeah, big result for Newcastle to retain European football. Moving on into Manchester United, and yeah, they won, but European football wasn't quite on due to other results. Defeating Brighton 2-0 away from home in Roberto De Zerbi's last game as manager of the Seagulls. Dalot in the 73rd minute and Højlund in the 88th minute got the goals, and yeah, in the end it was a quite a close game, to be honest. Manchester United didn't really play well, turned on the screws at the end, but yeah, unfortunately for them it was too late. But a good win to end off a disappointing season. Attention turns to the FA Cup final and questions over Ten Hag's future. Burnley ended their short stay back in the Premier League with a 2-1 home defeat to Nottingham Forest. Chris Wood with 2 early goals and Cullen got one back in the 73rd minute, but yeah, in the end that was it. Forest, I don't know, I wouldn't say they really deserved to win. I'd say it was quite an even match, really. Forest probably created the better chances, but yeah, Burnley just haven't really been quite good enough, and Forest, they'll be hoping this win can provide some momentum, hopefully for a better season next year. Chelsea defeated Bournemouth 2-1 to seal Europa League football for next season. Caicedo and Sterling with the goals. Badiashile with an own goal in the 49th minute maybe made it a bit tense, but in the end Chelsea got the win they deserved. It wasn't a classic performance, but in the end they got the job done. I think Maurizio Pochettino deserves credit for the way he turned that team round. Really, for me, I think, he turned it around well, got them Europa League football, and definitely deserves a chance to really build on what he's done towards the end of the season. Speaking of a team who's absolutely fine, Crystal Palace 5, Aston Villa 0. Yeah, season's totally ending at the wrong time for all of the Glaston's men. How scared they've been to watch recently, and the goals were scored by 2 players, a hat-trick for Matete and a brace for Eze. It was a dominant win for Palace here. They were so good. Brush Villa aside, I know Villa didn't really have anything to play for anymore, but still, a performance of this magnitude against a team as good as Villa is still super impressive. Like I say, I just hope they don't lose too many players because they're so good to watch at the moment. But moving on then to Liverpool 2, Wolves 0. The Jurgen Klopp era ends with a 2-0 win for Liverpool. It was Semedo sent off in the 28th minute, and then McAllister in the 34th minute, and Quansah in the 40th minute, who sealed the win for Liverpool. Lovely tributes after the match for Jurgen Klopp and stuff like that. I don't think quite in the way that Liverpool wanted it to in terms of their league position, but a great send-off for Klopp and a legendary Liverpool manager. It'll be very interesting to see how Arne Slot adapts next season. But moving on into Luton 2, Fulham 4 at Kenilworth Road, and it was Traore who gave Fulham the lead before Carlton Morris equalised from the spot. Jimenez, they scored 2 to make it 3-1. Alfie Doherty made it 3-2, and Harry Wilson, he scored the goal to make it 4-2 in the end. Fulham ended the season with a win. Luton, they were all but down, obviously officially confirmed with this result. Luton, they put up a good fight. In the end, it wasn't quite enough. For Fulham, a mid-table position, I think a decent enough season for them. But moving on into the game that crowned Man City champions for an unprecedented 4th time in a row. Foden with 2 goals in the first 18 minutes really put it beyond doubt. Kudus in the 42nd goal to give Arsenal fans maybe a glimmer of hope, and then in the 59th minute it was Rodri who scored to put it beyond any doubt. And then great scenes at the end. City dominated, did what they had to do, deserving champions. They're just relentless, what can you say, they're probably going to win another double again next weekend. Just so unbelievably impressive, despite what you may think about off charge and whatever. But moving on into Sheffield United 0, Tottenham 3 at Bramall Lane. It's Kulusevski with goals in the 14th and 65th minute, and Porro in the 59th minute. In the end, Champions League was just out of reach for Tottenham. you know, a good way to end the season. I think, you know, it's been a decent first season in charge for Ange Postecoglou, and one now definitely looking to build on next year. So yeah, it's been interesting. But I think good result for Tottenham to end the season against the just out of their depth Sheffield United team, really. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials. Link in the description below for daily football news, meme, and content. Subscribe for our other channels on screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.